Okay, this morning we are going to complete this map that is the first page in your interactive notebook for China. You can see a big blank map of China, but on the back we have all of these directions. You're going to need a regular pencil and then 6 different colors: red, brown, orange, green, blue, and yellow. Remember that the big pencil sharpener doesn't work very well on colored pencils, so you might want to have your own little individual pencil sharpener. Okay, the first thing you want to do is the labeling, and that's going to be done with your regular pencil. As you can see, for some reason, Print Shop got a big black, I don't even know what to call that, on our workbook. So we have to just work around that, and then I will tell you what's underneath there. For now, do you notice that all of these are in capital letters? That's because all of these are countries or regions, places that should be capitalized. So we're going to capitalize these in your map. And if you turn in your textbook to page 101, there's a pretty good map that you could start with. So we're going to start here. All right. Let's see. Let's do Mongolia, India, Pakistan, and Nepal. So Mongolia is this big country right here. I used to have a student from Mongolia, and she is brilliant. I think she's a molecular researcher or something now. All right, Mongolia. And then, let's see here. Over to the left, we have Kazakhstan, and that is right up here. It's a weird spelling, but it ends with stan. Kazakhstan, and then Kyrgyzstan. Well, Kyrgyzstan is not even on your list, but Kazakhstan is. So we can cross that out. And we can cross out Mongolia. All right, let's do India. India is this piece right down in here. That'll be our next chapter after China. So here's India. And then this long, skinny country right here, this is Nepal. And then to the right of that, or I should say to the east of this, this is Bhutan. You'll have to write pretty small. And it's okay if it goes outside of the space a little bit. And then we have Vietnam down here. I also have a student who lives there. Vietnam, and then we have Laos. And we have, let's see, over in here we have, this should be Myanmar or Burma. Okay, now this piece right here, this is still India right there. Okay, and let's see, what else have we got? Just on the west side of India, we have Pakistan. And just to the north of Pakistan, we have Afghanistan. So I'm gonna just kind of label it on top. It's not going to fit totally in there, but you'll get the basic idea. All right, so let's cross some things off of our list. We've got India, Laos, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, Vietnam. Okay, we need South Korea, Japan, Russia. We can do that. All right, so here is North Korea. Here is South Korea. And then over here is Japan. And then to the north of Mongolia is Russia. All right, let's see, what have I missed? Not even sure. We do have this country right in here. This is Tajikistan. Tajikistan. There we go. All right. If you look in your book, we also have, obviously, the white part is China, so I may just write China in here. There we go. But we also have the Taklamakan Desert, the Plateau of Tibet, the Himalayan Mountains. The Gobi forms the border between Mongolia and China. We have the Ordos Desert in here, and this area is the North China Plain. Down here in purple, we have the Guangxi region. See here, Guangxi region. And this is the Huang River Valley. We've talked about river valleys before. This is a major one. Okay, so let's go back to our list. Let's see what we've got. Well, we could do Plateau of Tibet and North China Plain. Oh, we could do a lot of this. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and I forgot Taiwan. Sorry. Taiwan is right here. It's this big island. That's Taiwan. And this is the Philippines. Right here. How am I going to do this? I'm going to write small, that's for sure. Oops, not two N's. This is Mets. Two P's. The Philippines. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to do a few little regions here. If you come over here to the left, see where our map kind of goes out like this? You are going to come in just a little bit and you're going to write Taklamakan Desert. Again, not too big. Taklamakan Desert. Okay, and I told you that the Gobi Desert is up here in the north of China, and it forms the border between Mongolia and China. So let's write Gobi Desert right here. We have another desert over in here. This one's a little bit harder to locate. So I think I would go, see where this is like a little dragon head right here? Go to the dragon's nose and just go to the left to right about here, okay? And let me draw a line for you, about here. And then you see this little bump in your map? It is just to the left of that, so come over and down. That's about where the Ordos is. So we'll write Ordos, and write it small because you're going to have a river that has to go around it. Up, which means I write river, not river. Ordos Desert. Ordos Desert. Okay, while we're on this, let's come down here to the South west, and let's label the Plateau of Tibet. So Nepal is here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go kind of just diagonal a little bit. So it should be kind of in this corner. Let's write Plateau of Tibet. So this is really Tibet. This is where the Dalai Lama is from, Plateau of Tibet. Okay, we also have another area down in here, the Guangxi Zhengzhou. Can you say that? Guangxi Zhengzhou. It is just to the north of China, of Vietnam, but it's not to the north of all of Vietnam. I would say really just right where this 105-degree east line is. It's right about there. And it kind of comes up, has a little arm, and then it goes around over here. Now, do you see this little foot thing here? It doesn't reach quite that far, so we're going to go up and around. That is the Guangxi Zhengzhou. Guangxi. Guangxi Zhengzhou. I'm going to put, actually I'm going to put Guangxi region. But it's the Guangxi Zhengzhou. Okay, let's do the Huang River while we're in this area. See the Ordos Desert? It's going to go around the Ordos Desert. Okay. Then it's going to go south of the Ordos Desert. And then it's going to come up right into the Dragon's Mouth. Okay, so that's part of it. From the west of the Ordos Desert, it's going to come actually into some mountains. It actually, I should say it's coming from some mountains. Curves around, and it's right about here is where it starts. That's the beginnings of the Huang River. So let's write, I think I'm going to write it right in here. We don't capitalize that. I mean, we'll capitalize it, but it's not in all caps. Huang River. The Huang River. Huang means yellow. This is the Yellow River. It's also known as the Huanghe because he means river. Huanghe, or Huang River, or Yellow River. Now, if we come to the Dragon's Nose and we go over just a little bit, just a tiny bit, you can put Beijing right there. Beijing. B-E-I-J-I-N-G. Beijing. All right. Let's do some water labels. Where we find the dragon here, this is the Yellow Sea. We've heard yellow just recently. It's called the Yellow Sea because the Yellow River flows into this sea. The Yellow River does actually appear yellow in some places, and we'll learn about why that is. If you come south of the Yellow Sea, just south of the 30-degree line, so here's the 30-degree north, this is 30 north, and if you come just south of that, this is the East China Sea, because it's to the east of China. East China Sea. So Taiwan and Japan are in the East China Sea. And then if this is the East China Sea, what do you think this might be? This is the South China Sea. And then to the left of that, this right here, this is just a small gulf. This is the Gulf of Tonkin. Gulf of Tonkin. And out here, This is the Pacific Ocean. So out here we can write in all caps, P-A-C-I-F-I-C, Pacific Ocean. Okay, let's go back to our list and see what we can check off. We have labeled the Yellow Sea, the East China Sea, the South China Sea. We drew the Huanghe River and we labeled along the river. Uh-oh, we need to mark Beijing with a star. Why do you think that would be? Because it's the capital. I'll just erase my dot and make it a star. Okay, did that. Cover the Himalayas with little mountain symbols and label them Himalayas. Ooh. All right, the Himalayas cover this whole border from about this little curve all the way down past Bhutan. And they form that border, so we're going to go little mountain symbols on both sides of this border, just to show that it is the border. A lot of times, borders between countries will form due to natural borders existing in the world, like rivers, seas, or mountain ranges. All right, and then we'll label that the Himalayas. The tallest mountain in the world is here. Do you know what it is? I'll let you think about that. All right. Let's see, we've got the Taklamakan Desert, we did the Guangxi region. Did we do the North China Plain? I don't think we did. We did the Plateau of Tibet, did the Gobi Desert, Russia, North Korea, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan. Did we do the Ordos Desert? Yes, we did. Ordos Desert. I have to figure out what's up there. But we need to do, we did the Himalayas. Okay, we need to go back and do the North China Plain. And the North China Plain, we've talked about this before. Remember, a lot of times a river will wash away and flatten out a large area. So this area right in here, that is the North China Plain. And it's kind of like this whole area. This is more like the Huanghe River Valley, but this whole area is the North China Plain. So I'm going to write North China. And what do they do on plains? What happens in an area covered in plains? If you said agriculture, you're right. Okay, I think I'm going to double check this real quick. Okay, I have confirmed that all that is missing is Pacific Ocean, so we're good to go. We are ready to color. Let's see here. Now, I'm going to just look through here. Color all the water blue, all the neighboring countries red, which doesn't seem right, because China's lucky color is red. Well, we may have to change that. Let's see here. Why do I have my orange? What's supposed to be orange? I don't know. Maybe we have to, the Plateau of Tibet. That's orange. I want to color China red, though. Okay, I think we're just going to have to change it. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's color all of the water blue. So we can come down to here. Now, one trick to make your map look neater is that when you color, only go one direction. Just a little tip from me. And then I would try and go kind of around your labels a little bit, not too much. It just helps. It helps people be able to read it. It looks neater. So if you're not a very neat writer in the first place, I definitely suggest that you go in one direction with your coloring and that you go around your labels. Get the dragon. Notice how I'm really making sure I get pretty close to the shoreline here. Otherwise it can look like you just were really lazy and it's messy. So filling in some areas a little bit. Okay, we've got all the water area blue. I'm going to put my blue away, back into the case. Okay, now I know the North China Plain is supposed to be green, right? Yes, dark green. Gosh, was I supposed to have a dark green and a light green? All right, I'm just gonna do this area in here. Yeah, works for me. North China Plain. Okay, done with my dark green, I think. And the deserts should be brown. Okay, here's my brown. So I'm just gonna go kind of around them. And in this case, I think I can go over that because I'm not coloring very hard. Oh, that's not a desert. Here's a desert. If you are not a very neat writer, make sure that you don't color hard over this and you try and color kind of in one direction. Okay, Ordos Desert. I wouldn't cross the river though. Ooh, you know what I should do? We should trace this river in blue. Give me back my blue. This is a pretty important river. This is like the lifeline of China. This is where Chinese culture started, the first Chinese people. Okay, got it. What else? Water blue, neighboring countries red. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, deserts are brown. Plateau of Tibet, orange. Where'd my orange go? Plateau of Tibet. Whew, that's bright orange. There we go. There's the, remember, a plateau is a tall, a very high, flat area. There's a special group of people who live up on the Plateau of Tibet. Okay, North China Plain is dark green, seas are blue, trace the river. Oh, good thing we did that. We traced the river in blue. All right. So does it not even talk about the red? Surely it does. Any parts of China that are not colored should be lighter green than the North China Plain. Where did I miss the red, people? Oh, right there, the neighboring countries. Okay, forget that. We have to color China red. But remember, not too dark. So I'm going to kind of turn this on its side. Notice I may be going a different color than I did before, but with this color, I'm only going one direction. And it does say to go around the Himalayas. Try and leave the Himalayas white because of all the snow there. No need to go over things that I've already colored. different color. Oh, Guangxi region. Do I want to color that red? I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it uncolored for now. And look at this. China really goes pretty far to the northeast, doesn't it? These are some remote areas. So the people who live up in here, their culture kind of blends with Russian culture a little bit. So the people who live over here on the plateau of Tibet are very different in culture from the people who live here in Beijing. And they're very different from the people who live, say, up here in the desert near Mongolia. And they're very different from the people who live up here near Russia. Okay, that's all red. And then, no Guangxi Zhengzhou. Let's color it orange. Actually, we should, you know what? Let's color it dark green again because it's very, very lush there. It's a little bit like Vietnam. Wait until you see what it looks like there. It's amazing. They have lots of karst formations. Remember we talked about limestone in the Mayan Peninsula? There's lots of limestone here, so we have really interesting formations. Okay, so the question is, what color are we going to do for all of this? I don't know. Yellow. We still have yellow. We didn't use yellow at all? I don't see any yellow. Okay, well, yellow it is then. Huh, go figure. All right, so let's just kind of go over this. Look at me, I'm going one direction again. I know, you're probably like, shut up about the one direction, Mrs. Metz. Jeez Louise. Look at that. It's looking good. I gotta come down here. Taiwan, Philippines, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, and Russia. I think we're done. Yay! I think we're finished. Let's double check. Have we gotten everything? Where was the yellow? I don't know. Okay, I think we've got it all. Yay. Done.